Yo people, we're back again. Episode 2. We're in Beckton, Newham, Southside Newham, Savage Gardens, the home of your favourite sixth rappers, Young Diz, who's currently in prison, and other rappers like Double M, RIP, K6, Banks, the whole ACG crew. This is Beckton New Park, literally off of Savage Gardens, which is that road there. Take a little look around, discuss some of the incidents that have happened. Not many incidents have actually happened in Beckton. So our journey today is going to lead us onto a couple of different areas in Newham, and one even further, completely outside of the borough. But yeah, let's take a little walk. So basically, this road is Savage Gardens, or the Savage Gardens estate. Literally just adjacent to New Beckton Park. That road down there is one of the roads that it leads down to the parade of shops that you might see in all their shops. In all the videos. But yeah, we'll just take a little walk. So, taking a little walk around. I've been back to him before, and it's not really that bad looking an area. It's not the typical ghetto image that you might get. So it's actually not that bad a looking area. So you've got these little closes off of Savage Gardens. Sorry, the camera's a little bit shaky. But yeah, you've got these little closes off Savage Gardens that lead into some quite nice little cul-de-sacs. There's not really many tower blocks around or flats or anything like that, so again, it's not the typical bad sort of area that you would think. It's not the sort of typical image that you would think when you think about a ghetto in London or one of the poorer areas in London. But again, Newham is one of the poorest boroughs in London, one of the most crime invested boroughs in London, and it's just, you know, not one of the richest, not one of them, supposedly not one of the nicest places to live in London. But as I said, Beckton looks pretty cool. Again, home to quite a notorious gang. You know, Young Diz is doing a long time in prison. I'm sure everyone's probably heard about that in the news for grooming and kidnap and a whole host of offences, basically. So yeah, so this is Sapphire Close. It's just one of the closes. There's a couple of closes straight down Savage Gardens. I'm not going to check out all of them. This is just one of the closes. Just show you what it looks like. Again, like I said, it doesn't really look bad. It looks quite nice. Nice houses, nice cars. Like, have not seen any sort of gangsters or people that you might associate with crime or anything like that. So far it's looking quite good. Again, you get to this sort of little cul-de-sac. It's a little court, I think, and again, pretty nice. Houses over there, and yeah, quite quiet. So yeah, we'll get out of Beckton now. Oh, actually, we'll get out of Savage Gardens now. We'll check out another part. We'll go check out the parade of shops that they are always at in their videos, the ACG crew. And yeah, we'll take it from there and go to some other spots in Newham, as I said. So to drill fans, these shops might look familiar. These are the shops that are in almost all of the ACG music videos. Just literally a couple of shops. So there's a shop, the little kebab place. Beckton Community Centre. Got the park, Beckton New Park over there, and literally a Royal Docks Pharmacy. So again, pretty quiet. I'm here on a Sunday today, and again, pretty quiet. Not really a bad area. So we'll just quickly talk about what's going to happen in this episode. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode. Obviously, not many murders have actually happened in Beckton, or not many incidents have actually happened in main Beckton. The majority of it has been in other parts of Newham and other parts of London. So we're going to take a little, we're going to talk about Southside Newham, the crew as a whole. Obviously, Beckton are linked with the 16th, Custom House, Canning Town, Prince Regent, Royal Victoria, whatever you want to call it, Prince Albert, whatever you want to call it. I believe they're also linked with the North Woolwich area as well, which again is Southside Newham. So yeah, we're going to take a little walk around the different parts of Newham and places that have been linked to the ACG gang, or incidents that have been linked to the ACG gang. As I said, some famous rappers out of here: Isaac Donko, aka Young Diz, currently serving a long sentence in Category 8 prison. Damalem, who was murdered last year, I believe, or was it towards the beginning of this year? I think it was. And yeah, obviously other rappers such as D-Sav, who's sort of kind of disappeared from the scene at the moment. K6, and obviously they're not rappers, but the Demon Twins from Beckton, from ACG, S&H, who obviously are known for being quite active in the street. So yeah, I'm going to go off to location 2 now, a location for the first violent incident that involved the ACG crew and one of their members. Yeah, see you guys in a second. We'll talk about it soon. We're on Freemason Road, E16, home to the Custom House gang. Royal Victoria Station, DLR station right here. Behind that is the Excel Centre, biggest event centre, probably one of the biggest event centres in the UK, and that's obviously Royal Victoria DLR station. Got Custom House written right there. CH, Crime Hood, Free Mover, he's in a long time. But yeah, let's take a little walk to the location of the first quite gruesome incident that happened at this parade of shops, actually, on Freemason's Road. So yeah, this is the parade of shops. Again, might look familiar to some people. It's been in the news quite a lot, actually. Freemason's Road is quite a famous road in the Newham drill scene. So the first incident that we're going to talk about is the murder of a young man in 2017 called Ahmed Jah, aka Y.Grinna, stabbed literally almost where I'm standing right now, in front of this parade of shops, or inside one of the off licenses news agents here. I believe it was that green one there, the one in green now. So the story is that in 2017, I think it was in March, April time, early half of 2017, Ahmed Jah went out, spoke to his dad, told him he was just going to the local shops for to buy a drink. He got to here, Freemason's Road, which is his local parade of shops, and he was attacked and stabbed to death. I believe inside this shop, or one of the shops on this parade. There's also Nisa just up ahead over there. The ambulance came. Unfortunately, he couldn't be saved. Y.Grinna has been referenced in multiple drill songs. He's been referenced by the enemies, the opposition, so the north side of Newham, and he's been referenced by his friends as well. So I believe Grinna was actually a member of the 16th gang, the Custom House gang, the Crime Hood gang. And yeah, he was really close to the Beckton gang. He was quite close friends with D-Sav. I believe in a lyric, D-Sav says that he would have done something for Grinna because Grinna would have done it for him. So yeah, it's Grinna's death wasn't the first sort of catalyst in the whole Northside Newham, Southside Newham beef, but it was one of the most publicised and most heartfelt sort of incidents that happened. I know a lot of his friends are obviously weren't happy at the time and are still not happy. RIP to him, and RIP to and condolences to his family. Unfortunately, his family's had another quite serious incident happen recently, and we'll be talking about that shortly. But yeah, this is the location of just down there is the location of Grinna's death. RIP to him. So one of the biggest incidents in the Newham drill scene, one quite famous or infamous murder. Yeah, let's go to location 3. Check out the next place. Right, we're on Sark Walk. That's Freemason Road, just down there. Thought we'd take a little quick walk around Sark Walk because it's actually quite relevant to the murder of Y.Grinna. So we found out recently in a news article that Y.Grinna was stabbed a couple of weeks before he was murdered on Corvin Road. In the article it says that Y.Grinna was found on Sark Walk here, which is a little quiet walking road. Half of it's blocked off, so you can't even drive down it. It's got loads of little alleyways towards the side of it, to either side of it as well. So it's quite a quiet, enclosed space. Y.Grinna and one of his friends, I believe another male, was found 2 weeks before his death, before Y.Grinna's death, on Sark Walk, suffering from non-life-threatening stab injuries. This was just 2 weeks before his death, so it might give a little bit of a clue to who murdered him or who was involved in the murder, because obviously he was targeted, it seems. Again, loads of little alleyways to run down on the side of, through the sides, so pretty easy to get away from here if you needed to on foot. Little car parks all over the place. We're getting really quiet. So yeah, he was stabbed somewhere around here. Non-life-threatening injuries, taken to hospital, fine. 2 weeks later, he's murdered. So yeah, again, condolences to his family, RIP to Y.Grinna and his older brother Grinna. Such a loss of life at such a young age. Yeah. We're back on Freemason's Road, and I'm going to just talk about the second tragedy that the Jar family has faced. We're on the corner of, so this is Freemason's Road, on the corner of Corvin Road. So yeah, the next incident that I'm going to talk about, I don't know if you can read that, but that's the sign for Corvin Road there. The next incident we're going to talk about is literally a couple of hundred yards away from where Grinna was murdered, and again it involves his family, his younger brother Y.Grinna, Junior Jar. So in the news it says that Junior Jar was on this road. He was approached by a vehicle, and he was shot and stabbed to death. So he was found by police and the ambulance service with gunshot injuries and stab injuries, somewhere along this road, literally around the corner from where his brother was murdered back in 2017, and this happened this year, literally not too long ago now. So he was found with gunshot injuries and stab injuries, taken to the hospital, local East London hospital. unfortunately he did not make it. Obviously a tragedy for his family. They've lost 2 sons to this unnecessary violence now. But you know, they say that when you're on the street, there's only two results: death or prison. So as you can see, there's a couple of little alleyways off of Corvin Road behind shops and stuff like that. So it could have very easily happened here. This area, I would say, Custom House E16 looks a lot worse than Beckton. It doesn't look as nice. But yeah, RIP to Grinna and Y.Grinna. Condolences to their family, and I hope that they rest in peace. Yeah. Cool, we're gonna go to the last location now, guys. Takes us way out of Newham, across the river, down south, where we have a death of an actual ACG member. Someone that's been quite active in the music scene. Recently, before his passing, he was quite active. But yeah, we can discuss it when we're there. Just to add on Y.Grinna's death, the last we've seen in the news is that a 30-year-old woman and 5 others have been arrested. So no one's been caught yet. His attacker's still at large. The police are hunting, so hopefully his family gets some justice at some point. We're on Butchers Road, E16. Still the Custom House area. And gonna take a little walk and talk about another murder that happened, that's referenced in quite a few drill songs. Again, quite an infamous murder again. But yeah, this is Butcher's Walk. So we'll just have a quick walk down and have a little chat. So a few years ago, a young man by the name of Lord Promised Nkenda was walking down Butcher's Road, this road right here, with 2 friends. Suddenly a BMW appears out of nowhere, accelerates towards them. Promise's 2 friends are able to walk out of the way, or dive out of the way of the car. Unfortunately, Promise wasn't able to do that. There's eyewitness statement of him being flung on top of the bonnet of the BMW. So obviously he was targeted in an attack, him and his friends. Someone wanted to run them all over. His friends dove out the way and ran away, and Promise ran down this way to flee his attackers, and got to this little alleyway. So we're still on Butchers Road. There's an alleyway there, or tiny little alleyway. And then there's an alleyway here that leads into a little estate called Goldwing Close. So Promise, I believe this is the exact route that he took when he ran from the BMW after getting up. So injured, having been hit by a BMW at speed, a car at speed. Promise runs down this way. His attackers had jumped out of the car and followed him on foot, all brandishing knives. I believe in the end 5 people were convicted of the crime, one of them being 15 years old and the rest being 17, 18. They chased him down into this little close, which is called Goldwing Close, which is a tiny little estate, and they stabbed him multiple times in a little alleyway, which I believe to be this one right directly in front of us. They stabbed him multiple times, and unfortunately, again, when he was found by the emergency services, police, etc., it was already too late. Promise passed away, also known as Lord Promise, Prom. Yeah. Again, loss of life at such a young age. I am pretty sure it must have been one of these little alleyways that he was attacked in. and lost his life. So RIP to him. Condolences again to his family. Condolences to anyone that's been affected really by any of these murders. As you can see, if you walk down this alleyway, there is literally nowhere else to go. So yeah, quite a sort of maze kind of area, and not many exits here on Goldwyn Close. Yeah, so that was the death of Promise Nkenda. He was his death's been referenced in a lot of drill music songs, again by the enemies of his gang, and by his friends as well. Very similar to the CJ Davis death. It's always brought up. Promise is always brought up in all the songs. But I hope there's some sort of solace for his family, the fact that the killers have been caught or convicted now, supposed killers, alleged killers. I believe one of the killers was also acquitted of a murder of another 15-year-old before murdering Promise. And he was also a county line. He was a known county lines drug dealer. All of the news articles I talk about, I will be linking in the description, so please do have a read of them. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I've missed anything out, or if you'd like to see a different part of the area, or whatever area you want to see as well, just let me know, and we can take a little block tour of rappers areas, drill areas, or just notorious areas. It doesn't have to be linked to a rapper. It can be anyone really, or any area. But yeah, I'm just about to go to the final location. Again, back on Butchers Road, E16, on the corner with the alleyway that leads into Goldwyn Close. RIP to Promise again, and let's go to the final location outside of the borough, completely far away from the borough. We're gonna far away from Newham. We're gonna go to the murder spot of a member of the ACG gang. So yeah, this episode's been a little bit of a mashup of all the Southside Newham gangs, because there's been sort of heavy murders towards the E16 crew as well. So okay, final location. We're on Edgington Road, southeast London, Abbey Wood, miles away from Newham or East London really. Completely different area to East London, a lot more rural, closer to the borders of southeast London. Yeah, again, not the very typical ghetto area that you would think that gang members are attacked in or hurt in. But yeah, we're here in SE26 Edgington Road in Abbey Wood, just to discuss the final incident that we're going to be talking about today, which was the murder of Mazaza Owusu Mensah, also known as Maz or Double M from ACG. He's released a couple of songs. There's a couple freestyles from him as well. A really good one on Pac-Man TV with K6 and Banks. That's got quite a few views. On March the 6th last year, Double M was found on Edgington Road with a stab wound to the chest. Apparently about 5:30 it was reported by a member of the public that there was a group of males quite close to this block of flats who were fighting. The police were called, ambulance was called, and Maz was found, Double M was found with stab wound to his chest, directly to his heart. Again, as is usual with, and unfortunately with these cases, he didn't live. He passed away. RIP again to him. It's just a lot of RIPs in all my videos, but RIP to him. I hope his family, condolences to his family, and I hope they got through or are getting through that troubled time and tragic situation. But yeah, so he was found on this road with the stab injury to the chest. People have speculated that the murderers must have followed him from East London to Southeast, and then they attacked him, or he must have been set up by someone who was in cahoots with, or knew the guys in East, though. So his ops, maybe the Forest Gate crew, or the Plaistow crew, or the Stratford crew, who knows. But yeah, unfortunately, tragic loss of life again to a young man. The last we heard was a man from Greenwich, SE10, was arrested for the murder and having an offensive weapon in a public place. So yeah, this is Edgington Road. Again, as you can see, nice houses. Couple of flats around, but not really any tower blocks. It doesn't really seem like a dirty area or anything like that. Not much graffiti or damage or anything else there. Really, really quiet. Quite a nice area actually. And this is our final location. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you guys have learned something. Any suggestions? Put them in the comments. If you got any ideas on what area I should do next, put that in the comments. And yeah, share it. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe. And I'll see you again soon with the next area. And I think we'll be leaving East London next time, so stay tuned, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.